Hi everyone, this is Julia with the Penny Couple, and today I thought I would show you what have been doing all day long. So as you can see, I'm in my kitchen. Please ignore any messes. We are getting ready for this remodel, so my house is a bit of a disaster at the moment. But today I have been working in this kitchen non-stop. I have been getting parsley and basil outside in an air and sun dehydrator, a solar one of those pop-up ones. So I've got my herbs going, and then Erin went and got me 3 boxes of apples, as you can see here, and I have those going in some sugar water. But I'm actually doing apples in 4 different ways. So those are the apples we're going to can as pieces. Yes, they're uneven. Yes, they're different. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter what I am using them for. And I have to tell you, ladies, if you are into canning, I bought this spoon. Erin thought I would never use it. I can't tell you how much I use this spoon. It is wonderful for your canning and processing food. This is the best spoon I've ever. I use it every single year, multiple times, all harvesting season. So best spoon I've ever gotten. I got it at Peebles, which they don't have anymore, so unfortunately. But that is how I'm processing one, and that is in sugar water. And I do that in a medium syrup. I don't like to do it in light because I'm a little worried it won't have enough sugar to keep it. And I don't want to do it in heavy because I don't want that sugar to overtake. So we have found that a medium works pretty well for us. This is applesauce. So as you can see, it's got a nice good thickness. I do need to take my stick blender to this to get it nice and smooth. This is for the baby. She really likes apples. She loves cinnamon apples. So I've got a touch of cinnamon in here. I can add more, but I'm going to be doing this in pints for her. Especially since we're doing this remodel, I can just do a little bit and put it to the side. And then what I have over here in this rolling boil, as you can see, that looks like scraps. That looks like nothing. That's what it is. We are actually doing apple scrap jelly for the very first time. So the goal here is to get as much use from these apples as I possibly can. So I'm boiling these, and I will typically boil over what a recipe calls, especially in something like this, because I want to pull as much flavor out of that as I can. So if it says for like 45 minutes, I'll probably at minimum double that. So these are getting really close to having to come out, so I'll pull those out, and then those will go in the compost bin this year. Next year, that goes to our chickens and hopefully our ducks if we have them at that time. So the other thing we're doing, and I'm going to be moving along, and as you see, I've got my jars started, and we are doing our jars a little different this year. And if you want to know how I'm doing them, you can email us at thecouple@yahoo.com. Before I actually introduce what I'm doing, I want to make sure it actually is going to work, but I'm more than happy to let you know if you're interested at your own risk. So my fourth method of preserving apples is actually making apple cider vinegar. My goal here is to get as much use out of these scraps as I possibly can. So I've got 4 jars here going of apple cider vinegar, water and sugar. As you can see, my pretty SCOBY is looking wonderful. It's forming so nicely. But yeah, I've really been working really hard to get as much as I can out of everything we do. And we'll just keep showing you as we go along. We're very fortunate. We have 7 mature apple trees on our property. As you can see, we have a mixture of green and red. And we also have some yellow. They're not in here. They are actually in the pots. The reds aren't quite as ready as the others. I actually prefer the reds personally, but Erin got me a lot of green this time. But we do have 7, and I try to do as many of these as I can in a year, especially canning them in this method right here. This is Erin's absolute favorite way to have them. You can eat them as they are, take them out of the jar, drain the syrup. You can eat them that way, or keep them in the syrup, whatever your preference is. Or what we do, I will actually use these for oatmeal. I make a baked oatmeal with a jar of these, and then I add some apple jelly or apple jam or apple butter, like a couple spoonfuls to amp up the flavor, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a couple of walnuts or your nut of choice. And that oatmeal is the best oatmeal you will ever eat. You bake it, you put as much milk as you do oatmeal. So I typically do a ratio of 4 cups of oatmeal, 4 cups of milk. Now that's going to depend on your oats. We get our oats from Azure Standard, and if you are not getting your oats from there, I highly suggest you look them up and absolutely make that order. It is the best. They are the best oats you're ever to have. I mean, I never thought, me being the canister from the grocery store kind of girl, I would ever do that, but they are the, I've never had oatmeal that tasted so good. But this is what we're doing today, you know, using every bit that we can from these apples to get as much as we can to put up in our pantry for the next year, in the winter and the summer. And as always, thank you for joining us with Candy Couple, where we work hard and live simple, and enjoy life. And as always, have a wonderful day.